We're now at the saluting days at Kartavya Path, where we await the arrival of the Prime Minister. The first glimpse of Rashtrapati Bhavan, and you can see the Presidents of India and France, Srimati Droupadi Murmu and His Excellency Emmanuel Macron, as they emerge from the Grand Darbar Hall, bedecked with the shining chandelier and velvet tapestry. Both of them being escorted by the Military Secretary, Major General Ranjit Singh Manral, and the Deputy Military Secretary, Group Captain Abhay Phansalkar. The ADCs, Major Rohit Rasgotra and Squadron Leader Saurabh Sharma, escorting the two presidents as they move to the forecourt, wherein we've got the President's bodyguard in position to give the salute to the Supreme Commander and then escort her to the saluting base on Kartavya Path.
देश की सेनाओं की सर्वोच्च कमांडर, भारत की राष्ट्रपति माननीय श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू, इस वर्ष के गणतंत्र दिवस के हमारे खास मेहमान फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति श्री इमैनुअल मैक्रों के साथ दरबार हाल से फोर कोर्ट की ओर राष्ट्रपति भवन के प्रांगण की ओर प्रस्थान कर रही हैं। राष्ट्रपति महोदया के ठीक पीछे हैं राष्ट्रपति के सैन्य सचिव मेजर जनरल रंजीत सिंह मनराल और राष्ट्रपति के उप सैन्य सचिव में कर्तव्य पथ की ओर प्रस्थान करेंगे।
The smartly turned out President's bodyguard in the forecourt of Rashtrapati Bhavan on their magnificent horses, the senior-most regiment of the Indian Army, that is 251 years old since its raising in 1773. A unique and distinct regiment as it carries out mounted ceremonial duties for the President. Their officers and men, excellent horsemen, trained tankmen and paratroopers. And now you get to see the special presidential carriage that is making its appearance at the Republic Day Parade after 40 years. The horse-drawn buggy that has gold-plated rims and looks extremely comfortable was used by the British in the pre-independence era and later remained with the Rashtrapati Bhavan. It is used now for Republic Day functions. In fact, it was used till 1984 and then discontinued. It, of course, has an interesting history as it became part of India's history post-independence based on the toss of a coin. Initially used by the President for ceremonial occasions, everyone really excited to see this unique buggy.
इधर कर्तव्य पथ पर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी का आगमन हो रहा है। राष्ट्रीय समर स्मारक पर जिन्होंने कृतज्ञ राष्ट्र की ओर से अमर शहीदों को श्रद्धा सुमन अर्पित किए, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री महोदय विधिवत स्वागत करेंगे उपराष्ट्रपति महोदय का उनके आगमन पर और उसके पश्चात माननीय राष्ट्रपति श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू का आगमन होगा। इस वर्ष के गणतंत्र दिवस के हमारे खास मेहमान फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति श्री इमैनुअल मैक्रों का माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी का स्वागत रक्षा मंत्री श्री राजनाथ सिंह द्वारा।
All eyes now on Prime Minister Modi, who will emerge from his car at saluting base for the first time today. At saluting base. And we're all waiting with bated breath to see his beautiful bandhani turban with a matching cravat. His choice of the turban and formal attire, quite a matter of interest for everyone who is here. Prime Minister Modi being received by the Raksha Mantri, Shri Rajnath Singh, the Chief of Defence Staff, the three chiefs of the armed forces, the Raksha Rajya Mantri, Shri Ajay Bhatt, and the Defence Secretary, Shri Giridhar Aramane. As he makes his way to the enclosures where the ministers from the cabinet, states and their families are all happy and excited to see him and greet him on the occasion of the Republic Day. Prime Minister Modi has always made it a point to personally greet as many people as possible who are on either side of Kartavya Path on this special day. And as was mentioned earlier, there are special invitees this year too to witness the parade, invited on the Prime Minister's behest. Women workers from the electronic manufacturing industry, guests who have featured on the Prime Minister's weekly radio program Mann Ki Baat, space and rocket scientists from ISRO, farmers from the agricultural sectors and professionals from other fields, all seated in these special enclosures. You can see the Finance Minister and other dignitaries, the External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jaishankar,
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी विशिष्ट अतिथि दीर्घा में केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल के सदस्यों, वरिष्ठ अधिकारियों, केंद्रीय गृह मंत्री, लोकसभा अध्यक्ष और सभी विशिष्ट अतिथिगणों का अभिवादन स्वीकार करते हुए प्रथम परिवार के सदस्य भी यहां पर 75वें गणतंत्र दिवस का हिस्सा बन रहे हैं और विशेष अनुराग उनके प्रति प्रदर्शित करते हुए माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी बहुत ही खुशनुमा अवसर, चिरस्मरणीय अविस्मरणीय 75वां गणतंत्र दिवस।
The Vice President of India, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar, and his wife, Srimati Sudesh Dhankar, have arrived here, and the Prime Minister rushing to greet them. Greetings being exchanged as they move forward and are acknowledging the greetings from the other dignitaries who are present here, the three service chiefs, the CDS. We're all now waiting for the President of India and the President of France to arrive here. As the Vice President makes his way to the special enclosure, you can see the glimpses of the stately procession with the President's bodyguard bringing the two presidents in state. To be a member of this elite regiment, the men have to be physically fit and mentally alert. The minimum height for each of the troopers is 6 feet, and it is the only regiment of the Indian Army that wears the bright red long coats with gold girdles and white breeches, a blue and gold ceremonial turban with a distinctive fan and Napoleon boots with spurs.
देश की सेनाओं की सर्वोच्च कमांडर भारत की राष्ट्रपति माननीय श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू, उनके साथ इस वर्ष के गणतंत्र दिवस के खास मेहमान फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति श्री इमैनुअल मैक्रों आकर्षक बग्गी में रायसीना पहाड़ी से कर्तव्य पथ की ओर अग्रसर हो रहे हैं। राष्ट्रपति महोदय का ये काफिला प्रेसिडेंट बॉडीगार्ड की यूनिट और यहाँ कर्तव्य पथ पर प्रतीक्षारत माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी, रक्षा मंत्री श्री राजनाथ सिंह, रक्षा राज्य मंत्री श्री अजय भट्ट, तीनों सेनाओं के प्रमुख, चीफ ऑफ डिफेंस स्टाफ और उपस्थित जनसमूह उत्कंठा से सबकी निगाहें रायसीना पहाड़ी की ओर। विशिष्ट आमंत्रित मेहमान 13,000 के आसपास देश के कोने कोने से पहुंचे हैं। साथ ही वरिष्ठ अधिकारीगण, विदेशी राजनयिक भी हमारे आज के इस राष्ट्रीय गौरव पर्व का हिस्सा बन रहे हैं। देश की प्रगति में प्रत्यक्ष और परोक्ष रूप से योगदान देने वाले वो सभी लोग आज अपने आप को गौरवान्वित महसूस कर रहे हैं, जो कर्तव्य पथ पर मौजूद हैं और जो नहीं भी मौजूद हैं, वो इन दृश्यों से उसका आनंद ले रहे हैं।
Members of the diplomatic corps representing their countries and the common man and woman of India all gathered together to celebrate this fabulous ceremony. The Prime Minister and other dignitaries waiting to receive the President of India and the President of France as they arrive down Kartavya Path.
खास मेहमान, खास तौर पर 75वें गणतंत्र दिवस की जो मुख्य थीम है, जो मुख्य धारा है, नारी शक्ति, और इस बार की जो गणतंत्र दिवस की आकर्षक परेड है उसमें नारी शक्ति का अनोखा प्रदर्शन, चाहे वो मैकेनाइज्ड कॉलम्स हों, चाहे वो सशस्त्र सेना बल हों, केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल के सदस्य यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं कर्तव्य पथ पर, और हवा में स्वर लहरियां गूंज रही हैं अथ स्वागतम, शुभ स्वागतम की, जो संकेत है माननीय राष्ट्रपति महोदया के कर्तव्य पथ पर आगमन का।
Ananta Sutra, the endless thread textile installation displayed behind the seated spectators by the Ministry of Culture. And you can see these visually stunning saris, panels that have been mounted here, a total of 1900 saris and drapes from every corner of the country. Each panel has a QR code that when scanned gives you details about the weave and embroidery or other embellishments used on it. This is a tribute to the woman power of India, the millions of weavers who have preserved the timeless traditions and passed on the skill through generations. The installation here also includes a 150-year-old sari. You can see the President's bodyguard in symmetry moving towards the saluting base, handpicked by the President's Secretariat from mainstream armored regiments. This unit has been taking part in several peacekeeping operations as well. The President's bodyguard, Commandant Colonel Amit Birwal, and the President acknowledging the greetings of the spectators who are seated on either side of Kartavya Path. A nation proud to be led by a woman president.
Ladies and gentlemen, Honourable President of India, Srimati Droupadi Murmu, and the Chief Guest, His Excellency.
Once again, as President Droupadi Murmu and President Macron will arrive at the saluting base, they will be received by the Prime Minister.
It's a great honour to have His Excellency
and then introduced to the other guests who are here before she makes her way to the saluting base and her special seat.
We warmly welcome our Honourable Chief Guest. India and France are long-standing strategic partners in Indo-Pacific.
President Macron and President Murmu using the traditional Indian greeting, Namaste, with folded hands, which has now become a global greeting. The atmosphere warming up here as the mist and fog slowly lift to reveal the radiant faces, the joyous crowds that have assembled here. Prime Minister Modi greeting President Murmu, and of course his friend, the President of France, Emmanuel Macron. A warm embrace and a handshake, an exchange of words as they set the tone for the celebration of their partnership. The President being introduced to the Raksha Mantri, the Rajya Raksha Mantri, the Chief of Defence Staff and the three chiefs, General Anil Chauhan, General Manoj Pandey, Admiral Hari Kumar, Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary. President Macron making it a point to shake hands with each of our dignitary. As soon as the presidents and the Prime Minister reach their designated seats, as they climb up the short span of stairs, a 21-gun salute will be given by the ceremonial battery of 871 Field Regiment using the 105mm Indian field gun. And as the thunderous sounds of the guns resonate across the entire Kartavya Path, heralding the start of the parade under the patronage of the Supreme Commander, the national flag will be unfurled and the national anthem will be played by the military bands positioned across below the national emblem, the lion capital of Sarnath. Everyone present here and those watching us at home will also stand in honor and respect of the tricolour unfurled on the 75th Republic Day.
The President's bodyguard now moving away from the saluting base, and of course they will be back for the closing part of the ceremony once again to escort the President of India, their Supreme Commander, to her official residence, the Rashtrapati Bhavan.